Okay. So something pretty intense just happened during a congressional hearing, and honestly, nobody in that room expected it to go the way it did, because Jasmine Crockett didn't just ask a few questions, she completely cornered the head of Homeland Security, and by the end of the exchange, the room got very quiet. What started as a routine oversight hearing suddenly turned into one of the most uncomfortable moments we've seen in Congress this year, and it all happened when Crockett began questioning Kristi Noem about detention centers, blocked oversight visits, and a court case involving a detained child. But the way the conversation unfolded, that's what made this moment go viral. Let me walk you through it. At first, things actually seemed calm. Crockett even started with a friendly tone. She congratulated Noem for making it to the end of a long hearing. Nothing unusual. But that calm moment didn't last long, because Crockett had one issue she clearly wanted answers about: congressional oversight. So she asked a simple question: did Noem understand that members of Congress are legally allowed to enter detention facilities whenever they want? Noem responded that the department tries to accommodate those visits while keeping people inside the facility safe on the surface. That sounded reasonable, but Crockett wasn't asking about safety procedures, she was asking about the law. And that's when the tension started building. Crockett explained that she and another lawmaker tried to visit a detention facility in Texas. But they were told something surprising. They were told they had to give 7 days notice before entering, according to Crockett. That requirement isn't in the law at all, so she asked directly, who created that policy? Was it you? But instead of answering yes or no, Noem started talking about safety responsibilities, and Crockett wasn't having it. She kept bringing the question back. Did you order the policy? Yes or no? And that's when the exchange started getting uncomfortable. Then Crockett shifted the conversation to something even more serious: conditions inside detention facilities. She accused the department of losing more lives in detention than previous administrations. That was a direct hit. Not just criticism, but a challenge to leadership. Crockett argued that this is exactly why congressional oversight matters, because according to her, conditions inside these facilities are far from safe. She even mentioned that after visiting one facility, they later learned there had been a measles outbreak there. By this point, the tone in the room had completely changed. What started as a policy discussion was now a full confrontation. Then Crockett brought up another issue: the detention center in Dilley, Texas. That facility had previously been closed, but later it reopened. So Crockett asked directly, did you order it to reopen? Noem responded that she wasn't sworn into office until a few days after the reopening, meaning she wasn't sure if she personally made that decision. But Crockett kept pressing. Because for her, the real issue wasn't just when the facility reopened, it was how it was being run. Then Crockett brought up a specific case: a child named Liam Ramos who had been detained at the facility. The case eventually went to court, and the judge issued a very harsh opinion about how the situation was handled. According to Crockett, the judge described the policy as ill-conceived and incompetently implemented. And that's when Crockett asked a question that instantly exploded on social media. She asked Noem if she had a law degree. Noem said no, and Crockett used that moment to make a bigger point: when courts issue rulings, government agencies are supposed to follow them, even if they disagree. If officials believe the judge is wrong, the process is simple: appeal the ruling. But you don't just ignore it. Now, the reason this exchange spread all over social media isn't because people were yelling. Actually, it was the opposite. Crockett stayed controlled the entire time. Every time the answer got longer, she brought it back to the same question: yes or no, did you order it? Did you change the policy? Did you override the law? And by the end of the exchange, the energy in the room had clearly shifted. Instead of looking fully in control, the secretary looked defensive, and moments like that tend to stick in people's minds. Now, whether you agree with Crockett or not, this moment tapped into a much bigger debate happening in the country right now: immigration enforcement, detention facilities, government transparency. Supporters say stronger enforcement is necessary for border security. Critics say conditions inside detention facilities need more oversight and accountability. And hearings like this are where those arguments play out in public. But one thing is clear: this wasn't just another routine hearing. Crockett controlled the pace of the exchange. She kept the focus on direct answers, and that's exactly why the clip spread so quickly online, because to a lot of viewers, it didn't feel like normal politics. It felt like pressure finally boiling over. Now here's the real question: was Jasmine Crockett exposing serious problems inside the system? Or was this just another political showdown in Washington? I want to know what you think. Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and if you want to stay updated on moments like this as they happen, make sure you hit subscribe right now, because hearings like this are happening more and more. And the next one might be even bigger, and if you made it all the way to the end, drop a blue heart in the comments so I know the real ones are still watching. Thanks for being here. And I'll see you in the next video.